Following her battle with Mariah May in AEW Collision, Toni Storm delivered the performance of a lifetime and now seems to be timeless once more. Before she knew or recognized long-standing AEW competitors like Deonna Purrazzo or even the person who dethroned her at Wembley, the former timeless Toni Storm had returned to her rookie character after losing her AEW Women's World Championship to Mariah May at All In last year. However, she won the Casino Gauntlet match during AEW Dynamite Maximum Carnage to earn a rematch with May in her native country at Grand Slam, Australia. Thus, for the first time since Storm's return, May and Storm finally met in person during Saturday's homecoming event broadcast on Daily's Place. By taking the initiative, the champion made it apparent that she views Storm with a great deal of indifference and has no sympathy for her former mentor, arguing that she was merely a joke for the crowd to laugh at and a pawn that could be easily played. May concluded by saying that she would be very happy to make Storm look bad in her hometown. When Storm finally got an opportunity to speak to May, he paused before declaring that she was her biggest admirer and then giving her a hug to further evoke the memories of before May's treachery. May agreed to the hug and petted her head, much like Storm used to do to her, then savagely attacked her championship rival and exited the ring. Storm slowly stood back up as May left, then asked if she really believed she had forgotten. Then, after removing her outer garments to show off the timeless equipment, she explained that the hardest character to play was herself. Storm, her old accent back in full force, claimed that May came from my womb and that she would be pushed back up there just to be spat out. She then threatened to rip her tits off and kept saying that she was timeless in order to end the episode. One of WWE's most well-known superstars, Becky Lynch, has long been a pillar of the organization's women's division. Her ascent to fame was nothing short of spectacular, winning over supporters and taking the division as a whole to new heights. Becky Lynch has continuously been a force to be reckoned with in the professional wrestling industry, whether it is through her memorable promos, her leading role at high-end live events, or her close, intimate relationship with fans. In order to keep up her momentum and make sure that her comeback is well received by the WWE Universe, her booking is therefore essential. Becky Lynch is still under contract with WWE as of right now, and while her return was initially anticipated for Monday Night Raw's January 6th edition, it has been postponed. Nevertheless, there are reports that she will be making a big comeback soon and will be a key part of the company's WrestleMania plans. This further heightens the excitement for her return, and WWE needs to exercise caution in how they handle her on-screen appearance given the high stakes. For Becky Lynch's comeback to have the greatest possible impact, WWE needs to steer clear of a few critical blunders. Becky Lynch's instant inclusion in a title program is among the most serious errors WWE could make. Although it could appear to be a logical next step for a superstar of her stature, this strategy might actually detract from her comeback and make it seem monotonous. Lynch's homecoming could become less significant if she is immediately included in the title picture, becoming just another drama about a championship chase. Lynch is without a doubt one of the company's best talent, but the women's division is about more than just titles. Indeed, when there are several interesting plot lines outside of the Women's World Championship, the division flourishes, and WWE has an opportunity to take advantage of that. Becky Lynch has already established herself as a top-tier talent at this point in her career, and her appeal extends beyond her ability to win titles. There are currently a number of up-and-coming talents in the women's division who might gain from a new, non-title matchup with Lynch. Intriguing matchups with celebrities like Zoe Stark, Rhea Ripley, and even past winners like Io Sky might provide Lynch the chance to demonstrate her flexibility without aiming for the title right away. Such high-stakes personal rivalries could breathe new life into the division by generating new narratives and chances for other talent to flourish. After losing the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event, Becky Lynch was involved in a dispute with Morgan when we last saw her. Before that, Lynch and Rhea Ripley were part of a title program. Reintroducing her into the title picture right away would seem repetitive and would prevent the possibility of new, intriguing matchups. WWE should concentrate on creating fresh, original storylines that enable Becky Lynch to further develop her character and establish herself as one of the company's biggest performers rather than jumping right into a title program. Becky Lynch losing her first feud back is another crucial error that WWE has to avoid. Lynch must be portrayed as a powerful force from the outset since her homecoming should be viewed as a historic event. Her star power and reputation would be undermined if she lost her first feud back, which would convey the wrong message about her present position in the firm. To regain her position as a dominant force in the women's division, Becky Lynch, who has spent years making a name for herself as one of WWE's top superstars, needs to make a strong comeback. It is appropriate to view her first quarrel back as a high-profile program that solidifies her position as a main event participant. Lynch would continue to be one of the most significant players in the women's division if she prevailed in this conflict, which would pave the way for significant long-term plot lines. Lynch's momentum may be harmed if WWE gave in to the pressure to promote her over other talent immediately. It's crucial for WWE to promote other celebrities, but it would be a grave error to do so at Becky Lynch's expense. Rebuilding her momentum and solidifying her place at the top of the roster should be the main goals of her first comeback. Furthermore, when Becky Lynch returns, WWE must resist the urge to make her a heel. The fan base is much more committed in Lynch's man image. Even though her earlier heel stint as Big Time Bex had its moments, she is the perfect babyface character because of her relationship with the fans, which is based on her relatability, fiery promos, and underdog attitude. Returning her as a heel would run the danger of reducing the intensity she provides to the fan base and alienating the very people who are hoping to see her return in her iconic form. An excellent illustration of how this choice could backfire is the criticism directed at Lynch's heel turn in 2021. After her maternity leave, fans couldn't wait for her to return and wanted to support her. Rather, Lynch was positioned as the heel at SummerSlam. When she faced off against Bianca Belair, fans were hesitant to jeer Lynch, who had grown to be one of the company's most adored characters. Thus the outcome was a mixed response. WWE should take note of this experience since it shows that making Lynch do a heel turn could turn off fans and lessen the anticipation for her comeback. Rather, WWE ought to concentrate on reviving the man image so Lynch may capitalize on the magnetism that made her one of the most well-liked superstars of her generation. The main reasons Becky Lynch is so adored are her fiery promos, her ability to engage the audience, and her inherent relatability. In order to make sure that her comeback feels genuine and consistent with what fans have grown to expect from her, WWE should highlight these attributes. Instead of attempting to impose a heel character that doesn't appeal to the fans, the emphasis should be on showcasing her as the babyface hero that the WWE Universe has been anxiously anticipating. WWE needs to consider the wider picture in order to make Becky Lynch's comeback genuinely memorable. The business has a fantastic chance to expand on Lynch's legendary character by developing gripping plots that don't always center on titles. In order to make sure that Becky Lynch's comeback is not only significant but also lays the groundwork for the future of the women's division, WWE should prioritize new rivalries, compelling character development, and a dominant return. With just a few names outside of Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Bayley truly stepping up to the plate, the Raw women's division has been in change in recent months. WWE has the opportunity to develop new rivalries, elevate other stars, and re-establish the division as a focal point of the company with Becky Lynch's impending comeback. In non-title programs, pairing Lynch with up-and-coming talents like Zoe Stark or Io Sky would be a fantastic way to bring new faces into the mix and give Lynch the chance to demonstrate her versatility. WWE can guarantee that Becky Lynch's comeback feels like a significant occasion by concentrating on these important components. In addition to revitalizing the women's division, a powerful, memorable return would help elevate other superstars and forge new rivalries that would enthrall spectators for months to come. By avoiding the aforementioned blunders, WWE can make sure that Becky Lynch's comeback lives up to the hype and contributes to the advancement of the women's division, which may make it one of the year's most exciting stories. Becky Lynch has a track record of making money, and WWE has a fantastic chance to leverage her celebrity. She is a once-in-a-generation artist who can make an impact and attract audiences, and the firm must acknowledge that she is more than just another star on the list. There is an innate sense of curiosity whenever her name is brought up, whether it be on TV, social media, or during a live event.